Welcome to Port Barry Coaches Show. We're here with Coach Brent Angel. Coming off of a loss, tough week, but I mean, you knew it was a good team going into it. Got to be proud of your boys for some aspects of the game. They kind of hung in with it and just got a little tired and got outmanned towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's a frustrating loss because kind of the way it happened. 3 minutes left going into half. We're down 1 point. We're driving the ball down the field. We have a shot to take the lead at halftime. We throw an interception, and then it's kind of just the domino effect of everything's kind of, it was a 21-point swing in a matter of, we go from 3 minutes to halftime being down 1 to we go into halftime down 22.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm proud of the kids. The game kind of, for the most part, went the way I thought. I knew just size-wise we didn't match up well.
Yeah.
I thought we could move the ball on them. I thought we had some opportunities to score a few more points. But I was just worried that we get worn down, that their size would just kind of take over in the second half, and then it pretty much did.
Yeah.
But like I said, there were some good positives to take away. I thought Tyler played a great game. He probably had his best game of his career as far as completion percentage.
Right.
I think he was like 9 for 11 maybe throwing the ball. Unfortunately we had a bunch of injuries that just seems to be plaguing us nonstop. We had a couple more guys go down that really hurt us on both sides of the ball. But we got to see some young guys step up, which is nice.
So you moving them next week. Well, you're gonna pretty much have kind of almost the same type of team. Probably a little more disciplined, a better coach team. Preparing for them pretty much the same as preparing for Northwest. How's that been going?
It's very similar. It's almost a carbon copy of what we did last week. They're a well-coached team. Coach Poole is a phenomenal head coach. He's got a good staff around him, a lot of good young assistants. Offensively, their primary concern is running the football, but they spread you out. They do a lot of misdirection. Defensively, it's almost exactly the same front that we saw last week. Same type of bodies, some bigger kids. I think Northwest might have a slight edge as far as size goes. And again, look, I think we can do some things offensively. If we execute correctly, we can move the ball. We can put some points on the board. It's just about going out there and fighting.
Yeah, and never giving up. Just every day, every game, get a little better, which is what you're seeing out the season. So last week you had Tyler Metrazone was the player of the week. He had a pretty good game. He got a touchdown, passing and running the ball. So how is he? Midway point, halfway through the season, how do you see he progress from game one until
Well, I look even further back going into his freshman year. We threw him out there into the fire, and that was kind of I'll say that was my mistake. I had big eyes when I saw him throw for the first time as a freshman. I was like, man, this kid can play. But he physically, mentally, he wasn't ready. This year, just so much different than last year as far as his confidence goes. He's making checks at the line. He's looking at me. Last year I had him on a short leash. With the play that was called in the huddle, play that was called from the sideline. That's what we're running. We live and die with it. This year he's looking over, and I can tell like he sees something in the defense. He's actually getting pre-snap reads. He sees something in the defense, and we kind of have our own little body language, and I give him the okay to check plays at the line, and a couple of the big plays that he made were just things he saw.
That's good. So the cheerleader of the week last week was Anna Kaiser, senior, so that was good. Going into Church Point, after Church Point, we back home, right? Is that bad? That's Ville Platte, right?
Ville Platte.
That's not senior night, no?
No, senior night.
Okay.
Our last home game against Pompeii.
Okay. So Church Point is going to be Friday night. This Friday. I know there's some people that ain't going to be able to make the game. So Church Point actually does have their own radio network. I don't know if you ever listen to them. Bear Nation. So if you check them on Facebook, they have been doing video lately. So if you're not able to make the game, you can watch the game for sure. But we'd rather see you in person.
Absolutely.
We'd rather see, But so any other things you got?
Just a little injury update.
Yeah.
we're getting Markel Mallet back. It's not a secret. Everybody knows he's coming back this week. He broke his rib in week 1. I'm so happy just to get him back on the field.
Yeah.
He's missed so much time over the last couple of years with injuries and other things, and it's nice to see him get back on the field.
The beginning of the season, he worked so hard just to be able to play,
Right.
and for that to happen was heartbreaking. I'm glad to see him back.
On the opposite side, we did lose Tanner Longclaw for the year. He tore his ACL. This is actually what a lot of people don't know. This is his second ACL surgery. Both of his knees have been operated on since he's been in high school. He had surgery on actually yesterday. He's back home. The surgery went well. Matter of fact, I spoke briefly to the mom earlier today. He's doing well. He's already moving around. We wish him the best. It's terrible circumstances. He worked so hard to get back from the first injury.
I hate to say that,
but it's nice that he was with some good doctors that took care of him. He's going to make a full recovery. Just unfortunately too late to.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see him on the sideline cheering
Yeah.
his team on and finishing up the season with the boys.
Absolutely.
So that'd be good to see. All right, well, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, thanks.